Good evening. It is Monday, September 23rd, 2024. I am Daniela Edwin. Welcome to the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. We are on Flow Channel 117, Kiss FM, the Caribbean Hot FM mobile app, and the Caribbean Hot 7 TV Facebook page. Not forgetting those of you using the Hot 7 plug and play antenna. Thank you so much for joining us. The United Workers' Party on Sunday took to the William Peter Boulevard, calling on party supporters to cast their vote wisely in the next general election. According to party public relations officer Leonard Spider Montoot, the island is in need of new leadership, and the United Workers' Party has started campaigning towards this goal.
On Sunday, September 22nd, 2024, the William Peter Boulevard was painted yellow by supporters of the United Workers' Party who came out to witness the announcement of new candidates and listen to the addresses of party members who are hoping to be re-elected in the next general election. This rally came on the heels of the Saint Lucia Labour Party Walk for Progress, which took a similar format. The evening saw party representatives compare and contrast the work of the current administration to that of the United Workers' Party when last in power.
Do you support the motion? Jump high, jump low, Labour must go. Now, they must go. Now, talking about that, we have a Prime Minister coming on the market steps. And after 3 years, he tell you, I come in. After 3 years, this is a man who has been in office for almost 30 years. He has been representing a constituency in the House of Parliament for almost 30 years. None of you here can tell me anything that he has stood for in his entire career as a politician. You take a follower and you made him a leader. And now, he's promising you, after 3 years, you're still making promise, you come in. Imbecile. You don't realize for you to come, you must first take a stand?
Using a theory of ancient philosophy, Deputy Leader Guy Joseph criticized the interventions implemented by the present administration and says that citizens suffer the unseen consequences.
Give them bread and circus, and they will never revolt. That was said by an ancient poet in Rome. But it is superficial appeasement. So what do you think Labour is doing in Bexar today? What do you think they are doing there today? Simply put, for circus, it is entertainment. So that's why Labour Party is more focused on fat than on running the country. Now politicians, some politicians employ that same type of warfare that we call bread and circus. And they use it to integrate themselves with the public. Now here's the part. While people fought, they were getting things free of charge. The things were paid for with currency debasement and increased taxation. Let me tell you something. There is nothing for free.
Joseph made a strong appeal to supporters, asking for them to play their part in getting party members elected with the promise of addressing the many issues affecting the populace.
We need to fix healthcare. We need to reduce the cost of living, and we need to reduce on the crime surge that we are having in Saint Lucia. Now we are focused. They have some people who talk and they have those who work. Now let me put you on notice as supporters of the United Workers' Party. It is our job to fix the problem when you elect us. But it is your job for us to win the election.
In closing, the deputy leader makes a call for the elections, stating that the United Workers' Party is ready to effect a change for the island's people.
A vicious cycle, as governments cannot create prosperity all governments do is consume prosperity. And I've always told you, person give $50 pour koi, il passe $2. Now in wrapping up, because I've been told my time is up. Today is not different with the SLP. They feel that a little fat here and a little fat there will fool the people of Saint Lucia. But if 3 years after an election, what I see in the boulevard is any indication of where UWP stands. Labour, we are ready, call the elections. And so, tonight, there's a lot more to say. But I want the people of Castries Southeast to know that once again, you will have quality representation. I want the young people, and I'm so happy to see so many young people here tonight. I want to give you the assurance that education will not be for a selected few, especially in Castries Southeast. All those of you who had to drop out of SAFA because Guy Joseph lost the elections, we are coming back, we are going to fix that, and we are sending all of you back to SAFA.
Reporting for the Hot 7 TV News, I am Jasmine Duncan.
During Sunday's United Workers' Party rally, a new crop of candidates was revealed to party supporters. The new candidates each addressed the crowd, stressing on why they are worthy of representing various constituencies.
The United Workers' Party has officially unveiled the first group of candidates that will represent the party in the next general election. During the party's rally on Sunday, 2 new candidates were received by supporters and party members in a display of public endorsement, joining 5 other seasoned members.
I endorse Peter Chico as the next district representative for Castries East. There's a young man that have caught the eyes of the people of Central Castries and the people of Saint Lucia. And ladies and gentlemen, as the chairman of the United Workers' Party and as the chairman of the National Council, I endorse Ross Clark for Central Castries.
Peter Chico will be going up against Philip Pierre, current Prime Minister and leader of the Saint Lucia Labour Party, who has for more than 2 decades claimed the Castries East seat. Chico is a product of Castries East and says he will utilize his experience to better the lives of his fellow constituents.
I stand ready to bring back to the political arena and the Castries East constituency by joining the United Workers' Party to lead the change for improvement and upliftment of the people of Castries East and Saint Lucia. And so, a call to all flambeaux in the constituency and those in the diaspora to come out and join the movement for change. Like Peter Tosh said in song, we need to find a solution for this pollution.
A younger hat has been thrown into the ring in the person of Rashid Clark, who will be going up against the Castries Central MP Richard Frederick, another politician who has reclaimed his seat for successive years. Clark says he is a product of his circumstances, but has taken only the positive and will use his own life story to make better the lives of those he serves.
My father adversely became a caretaker, a peacekeeper. And although he showed his compassion to many persons throughout these communities, he was a victim. He lost his life to gun violence. I miss him. I need to say that I miss him. But I know he's watching on me with pride tonight. So believe me when I tell you, I know how it hurts to lose a loved one to violence and crime. Look at this young lady that lost her father on the steps of a preschool in Babuno. think about what she's going through. Instead of the petty political squabbles from this government, we need to implement systems that can help prevent and cure the hurt that persons are feeling. Mama Flabo, we can no longer stand and allow this clueless government to lead us in the fight against crime. We can no longer stand to allow this careless government to show no concern, no remorse to the several men and women that have lost their lives through gang violence in the city. My vendors, I feel your pain. I know your hurt. I know your frustration, the disappointment, and the level of betrayal that you guys have received. I can assure you, better representation is on its way.
Reporting for the Hot 7 TV News, I am Jasmine Duncan.
We have been following the case of Ella Prosper, a mother who was separated from her daughter and told she would not be getting her back for 6 months. Finally, we have gotten a comment from the ministry on this matter.
We do not just take children away, but we do it in collaboration with other stakeholders through a distinct process. Scientific, I must add, and not just based on subjectivity or that we want to be cruel to any parent.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Equity, Social Justice and Empowerment, Dr. Charmaine Hippolyte Emmanuel, has broken her silence about Ella Prosper's case. She stated that this incident created an opportunity to share information with the public about their procedures.
The news item last week indicated there was this young mother evidently very frustrated and disappointed in what transpired. And she reported that the ministry stood in a position to take away her child, to use her direct words. While I understand the frustration, I understand the disappointment that she expressed, this situation actually brings out an opportunity for us to share, for us to teach, and not necessarily to defend as to who is wrong and who is right.
While she was unable to disclose the specifics of Prosper's case, she indicated that the process they follow includes a thorough investigation with information being provided by caseworkers, court officials, and even police officers in some instances. Based on their findings, they determine whether an intervention is needed.
I will not disclose, the details of, exactly what transpired, because we need to respect in terms of confidentiality and person's privacy. We need to respect that. But as it relates to the ministry, we have a role to protect our children. And protecting our children is certainly laced with the UNCRC, that's the UN Convention Rights of Children or the Child. And we speak particularly to Article 3, which stresses on comfort and safety. And there is this myth that Human Services or Ministry of Equity is known to taking away children. The whole concept of taking away children, it's not one that is nicely received by our ministry, and maybe in the absence of knowledge, in the absence of information, this is what the public will understand. So we just want to say that children who are admitted in our facilities, residential facilities, that's Boys Training Center or New Beginnings Transit Home, it is done in a collaborative approach. And that approach speaks to a number of stakeholders being involved in this process.
She clarified that the Ministry of Equity does not provide temporary care for children.
As it relates to the case in question, the incident rather, I must add that the New Beginnings Transit Home, under the guidance of Ministry of Equity, we do not operate a respite care, meaning we do not just hold children for today and come back for them tomorrow and that sort of a thing. While we understood the young lady would have wanted the support, according to her report, we have the children at the New Beginnings Transit Home based on a court's decision. So it's not a case where we can actually house them without the court permission. And you would appreciate how tedious that would be for us to be going to the court for a day, for a week, and that sort of a thing for children to be housed there. Now, in terms of having other children, we will work based on the information presented. And like I said earlier, I am not at liberty, or I will not rather share the details, for privacy purposes. But then based on the situation at hand, the child or the little girl being admitted to the New Beginnings Transit Home, it was done through a systematic process. Evidence-based information was presented to the courts, and based on the caseworker's guidance along with her peers, we were able to arrive at that decision.
She reiterated that the Ministry of Equity would not separate families if they do not have a reason to.
I understand people are frustrated and people want their children out, but like I said earlier, once we have information or evidence that the child or children may not be safe or may not be comfortable, quote unquote, we will move in to assist as much as possible. We do not take pride in holding children, to make mothers feel uncomfortable or as a punitive measure. This is not how it's done. As a matter of fact, we call it the transit home, meaning you are not going to be there for a lifetime.
The Ministry of Equity will have a meeting with Prosper on Wednesday, September 25th, 2024 to discuss the matter. For the Hot 7 TV News, Chrissy Bakey reporting.
Dominican police have formally charged a Saint Lucia national with the death of a Dominican man in Roseau. Police revealed that on Saturday, September 14th, Jones Branca of Kingshill, who lived in Roseau, was fatally stabbed near the Roseau market. Branca was transported to the Dominica-China Friendship Hospital's Accident and Emergency Department, where he was pronounced dead upon arrival. After a quick inquiry, officials apprehended St. Lucia Nicol Carlos Leo. Leo has been formally charged with murder in relation to the incident. Tristan Mariel, a St. Lucian, was accused as an accessory after the fact in the same case. Both individuals are scheduled to appear in court this week to face the allegations brought against them. Still in the first segment of the broadcast, the POV. The day has finally arrived for Julian Alfred to return to St. Lucian soil to a national hero's welcome. Will you be a part of the welcome home celebrations? Here is what you had to say.
I will try to make an appearance by the road or wherever she will be to wave and support.
That's Julian Alfred, I think that's excellent. I mean, that's a great achievement for her and our country. And she's going to get my full support. And I'm expecting my Lucian people to give her 100% of supporting her, because what she did right now there, those gold and silver, is a very, very significant. It's very big. I think we should be very proud as St. Lucian to have someone like this representing us. Yes, most definitely.
When I see it in the TV, I like to see that video. And I don't even know what to say. And he said, I don't know what to say. I like to see it. If tomorrow he is there, I try my best for me to tell my daughter to bring me and see. And that's it.
First of all, I just want to congratulate Julian again on her success. And as much as I would like to be there for her tomorrow, physically, I will be there in spirit, and I will be supporting from behind my screen as best as I can.
So she come and check the fallen angel boy, yeah? That's me there, rich skin African, yeah, do red eye, yeah? Just tell her, make sure she come and see me. Make some millions together, yeah?
She makes St. Lucian proud. And we all proud of what she did, because we never had an affix like that before. I wish her well and all the best in her life.
Look out for our reporters or head over to our Facebook and Instagram pages at Caribbean Hot 7 TV to share your point of view on trending topics in the news. Coming up next, Wasco goes solar-powered, and the Ministry of Health announces that dengue fever is on the rise. Stay with us for the details to these stories and much more. We'll be right back.